If you're not an average viewer of LEGO Alfie or the Crimson Critic, you may not know that I am not really a Sonic fan, and I don't think I ever will be. But recently, the new Sonic X Shadow Generations animations dropped, and I'm going to watch them just because I'm kind of interested at the moment, and I've been trying to get more into it. And I'm not sure how it's going to go, but we're going to see, because recently this is going to be getting a lot of praise, and I'm just kind of wondering how good it is, because it's animation and that's kind of my jam. Sonic X Shadow Generations. Shadow and Maria. The animation looks alright. That looks kind of...
Shadow! Hurry! Hurry! You have to see this!
What's wrong?
Nothing! Look!
Maria looks a bit funny.
It's lights.
It's the Aurora Borealis. You can only see them from certain latitudes down there. But up here, we can see the
It's
whole...
pretty though.
The whole...
Maria.
Thank you. I just pushed
Go
it a
away,
little.
Cat. I need to do
That's
this.
all.
The low gravity here only keeps your condition in remission. You should know better than to exert yourself.
I know. You're right.
Kind of
But
looks
when
like
it
Grave
comes
of
to
the
the beauty
Fireflies,
of
the light.
Earth, I can't help myself. I can't wait for the day when we can finally return.
I was created here. I don't know if there's a place for me on Earth.
Racist,
Professor Gerald
antisocial.
made me the ultimate life form. I should be the key to all manner of medicines. Curing you.
The sound effects kind of sound goofy.
You and Grandfather are doing your best. I'm just as happy to spend time with you here while you both research.
Oof, that looks gorgeous though. That looks
Robot
sick.
was heading towards Grandfather's lab. Shadow, you have to save him!
I'll handle this. Just wait here. I'll be back. I promise.
That music is way too loud. That looks sick. Wow. Jesus.
This
Lots of
isn't right.
colour.
This is the Guardian Units of Nations. Prepare to be boarded.
The soldiers. They storm the Ark. Destroy all evidence. But it's too soon. It's happening too quickly.
Jesus. Is that
Professor, we
Gerald?
must-
This is giving off horror vibes.
survived? No, that can't be. I need answers.
So I'm gonna guess that that guy is probably alive, the robot on the ship, or Gerald, but I'm not sure who. And they're the only people I know. Finding the Way, Chapter 2. So it ends off where we were last time, but no, 50 years ago. So it ended off last time.
Tell that freak to stay away from me!
Jesus.
Abe! Shadow? Are you alright?
Maria, I'm fine.
The
It's
particle
just-
effects look amazing.
The professor created me using alien DNA. The Black Arms, he called them. The same DNA as this larva. This ugly, heartless creature.
The eye looks
I may
amazing.
look like a hedgehog, but I'm really no different than this thing.
It's not true. You have a big heart. It may be difficult for you to express it, but I know that deep down you really do care. About me. About everyone.
Go away, Abe.
What you do is what defines you. I know you're having a hard time finding answers, but I'm certain you will one day. Then, you'll find even more people you can trust.
Jesus. That's badass. Samurai-esque robots. Go on, lad. He's rude.
Evening, handsome. Didn't expect to see you here.
What are you doing here?
Just gathering some intel for gun. I convinced Omega to be my backup. What's your story?
I need a spacecraft to reach the Ark. I have reason to believe the Black Arms have returned.
Well, you're out of luck here. This is just a supply depot.
Jesus. That looks sick.
Hold that thought.
I call dibs.
Take it out.
What a lad.
Now about the spacecraft. I can take you to a ship, but in return, you're going to have to promise to come to Sonic's birthday party. I'll take that as a yes. Now then, interested in raiding a gun base?
What the fuck? For first, I'm probably not gonna talk about this that much, maybe not longer than 5 minutes, just because there are definitely more people that can talk about this who know a lot more about Sonic than I do. And for a man who's only played like 3 games, this isn't enough for me to go off based on actual opinions of Sonic or anything, because there is not enough for me to talk about it, and I think it would be better if someone else talked about it than me. But from an opinion of a non-Sonic fan, I absolutely enjoyed this, both of them. I thought they were both great, and I thought some of the opinions on the second one that I have seen were quite bad. I thought this was really good. And from an opinion of a non-Sonic fan, the animation was great. There was bits which could be improved, especially the actual animation movement of some of the characters, but the fluidity of the second one definitely got a lot better, and you could see they tried to improve during whatever the course of the few days they had was. And I'm probably going to end up watching the next ones just because I enjoyed the first two quite a lot. And I don't think a lot of people, because obviously I was not talking that much during it, but not talking just shows I was enjoying it because I was mind blown by some of it. And I thought the nightmare bit could have been fixed in the first episode, and it made it seem kind of confusing in my opinion. But I still really enjoyed it, and it gave off a really good vibe, and it's probably one of the best positive opinions I've had on Sonic in a while. Story-wise, I had absolutely no clue what was really going on. It just seemed to me like Shadow wanted to get back to the base, and that he thought something was going on. I'm not a big enough Sonic fan to know anything about any of this. I could get the basics off it, which were fine, but if I actually need to know what's going on, I'm pretty sure I'm going to struggle with it. That's why I'm going to stick with the art design and everything I see from the video coming in, because I think if I can stick to that, then it's just quality over what actually the quantity of the story is. I did have one big problem, which was how the characters actually looked, especially the humanoid characters who looked a bit funny. But in fairness, I can see where they kind of budget cutted on the character, because like Shadow, Rouge, all the hedgehogs and stuff like that, and the robots all have a bit more character like look to them, and Maria and Abe don't compared to the rest. And I think that's just because they're not in it as long, and I think you should have the characters look the same as everybody else. But if it's obviously budget cuts and stuff, and you need to try and be quick about it, then I see why they've done it and how they've done it. And I think it does look fine and it's bearable, but for like, it's, in my opinion, it seems like a Japanese kind of anime thing, and I love them. And obviously I've seen some bad animes, but the humanoid characters in this kind of like, they look worse than some of the bad animes I have seen. And I don't know if that was the decision choice they made or the art design they went with. I don't think it looks good, but that's just my opinion from like an animation kind of standpoint, because that's what I enjoy quite a lot. And if you go on my channel, you can obviously see some of the things I've gone through is a lot of animation techniques, and Godzilla is obviously one of the big ones that I enjoy. And I thought both episodes kind of had bad animation for the characters of the humans, but I do think one of the best things I thought was that episode 2 was probably the most underrated one compared to both of them. I think episode 1 looks good, but generally is just a lot of confusion and kind of playback on it. I think episode 2 starts well and is short enough for me to have like a lot of enjoyment out of it, and overall that was probably my favorite episode compared to the first one. And like, I've seen one Sonic kind of animated TV show, and that was fun, but I think you kind of get into everything and not everything's good enough for it. But from a standpoint, I am probably going to watch more of these again, and I enjoyed it, and I think it's very good for what it's done. So I'm going to probably watch this again, maybe live stream the next ones, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't, please subscribe. Thank you.